do this. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Taylor's Cold Takes, episode 2. Oh my goodness, what a week for sports. All over the place, so exciting. So much stuff to talk about. And we're going to get started off with some good old MLB talk. NL in general is very boring right now. Playoff is pretty much set. There's nothing really else going on. Wild card set after that incredible Cardinals 16-game winning streak. Like, incredible that they can pull that off this late into the season. So they clinch that wild card spot along with either the Dodgers or the Giants with that first seed. But all these other teams, Philly, Cincinnati, who I chose to be in that second wild card spot last week, they're all out of it. But oh my god, that AL wildcard spot is so fun. It is so fun. You've got 4 competitive teams going at it for one spot. Well, I guess 2 spots, but I feel like the Yankees got that first spot. We got the Yankees, Red Sox, the Mariners, and the A's all tied for that wild card. It doesn't get better than that. And with like 4 to 5 games left to play in the season, I mean, these are the most impactful games you will play in the season, except for the World Series games. I mean, it is exciting. It is so much fun to see this stuff happening. And, I'm sorry. I forgot about the Blue Jays. It's a 5-team race. The Blue Jays are in that mix. That AL East just does not back down, except for those, the Orioles, who their time is coming. But a 5-team race, just wow. Last week I said that it would be the Yankees and the Jays. I stand by that. I think the Yankees and the Jays get those 2 wild card spots. Would it be awesome if the Mariners broke that drought of about 19 years without the playoffs? Yes, that would be awesome. Do I think it happens this year? No. Future years, though, that team is very young, and they are doing very, very well at setting stuff up for them. And so I'm excited to see what this team does over the next couple of years, but I don't believe this year they make it. Something that is actually going on right now as we speak, Noah Syndergaard is pitching for the first time in almost 2 years, which is just good as a Mets fan to finally see that. Is it a little late? Yes. But just good to see him pitch again. He's not doing any breaking stuff, but he's throwing straight fastballs. I checked. This is the second inning might have just ended. His first inning was perfect. 2 strikeouts. Retired the side after 3 batters with the 2 strikeouts. I mean, with just straight fastballs, straight gas. I mean, you can't. It's good to just see him that he's still got it. I miss seeing Thor pitch. It was one of just a good thing to see. When you saw Thor pitch as a young fan. He has the cool nickname, and I'm really hoping that we get to see him back in his full form next year. Hopefully in the Mets jersey. He is a free agent after this year, so we don't know yet what's going to go on with that. And while I'm here, season is coming too close. I might as well make my MVP and Cy Young picks. NL, I got Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is going to be my MVP pick for the NL. Absolutely on a tear this last second half of the season. I mean, just lit on fire. Wasn't enough for them to make the playoffs, but you're just seeing that, and you're seeing 2015 MVP Bryce Harper again, and that's just something awesome to see. And he killed it for the Phils. Wasn't good enough. Well, the team wasn't good enough to make it to the playoffs, but he did his part, and I think he beats Tatis out for that MVP. Let's go NL Cy Young. NL Cy Young. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Max Scherzer is in this conversation. Do I think he wins it? No. It's Corbin Burns of the Brewers. Oh my god. From beginning of the season to end of the season, so good. So good. Only reason Scherzer doesn't win is because he struggled when he was with the Nationals, even though that team was really, really bad. And you could obviously tell when he gets put on a team like a dog with like the Dodgers, he just shut up. You can't hit the guy. And even if you do, you have someone in the defense that's going to dive and catch the ball and rob you. I mean, still blows my mind that trade happened. But, wow. Max Scherzer, you think that he's done, and then he comes back like this. It's really, really awesome to see something like that. But I do believe Corbin Burns takes that Cy Young. Let's move to the AL. And this one for MVP is just so hard. Like, so many different guys. Just kidding. It's Shohei Ohtani. It's Shohei Ohtani. Nobody's beating this guy for MVP. He has done literally everything this year. Pitched, played defense, and hit nukes. What else do you want? What else do you want? This guy is amazing, and the greatest. At the end of his time, he might go down as the greatest baseball player of all time. That's how good of a player we're talking right now. And he's winning MVP this year. AL Cy Young. Robbie Ray has somehow climbed his way into this conversation. It's definitely interesting considering Robbie Ray is someone who got hit around a bunch last year. Didn't start off the hottest, I believe, at the beginning of the year. But this second half has been absolutely perfect for the Blue Jays. Does he win it now? No. I think it's the White Sox ace, Lance Lynn. I think he comes up with that AL Cy Young. Such a good season for him. And, yeah, I think he comes through with that. Pitch gem after gem. And just throwing gas and screaming after striking out people. Love the emotion the guy shows. And he's winning that Cy Young for the AL. Next, let's move on to some college football. And oh my god, the chaos that college football brings every single week. First off, Notre Dame absolutely kills Wisconsin, knocked them out of the rankings. And then Clemson. Oh, buddy. Oh no. Clemson. It's not your year. DJ Uguayalio, or whatever you say his last name, is not it. He's not, and it's sad to see it come to this point because Clemson always has such high expectations, and the year after you lose Trevor Lawrence, doesn't look good. Does not look good. And yeah, NC State, what a game. Way to do that at home. The fans at the end rushing the field, that is awesome. You beat a team like Clemson, and I can only imagine what those fans felt. Absolutely awesome game. Next, something else to recap. I know I kind of ripped into UF last week. They looked better, but it was against Tennessee. Still not a believer in Jones. Not changing that pick yet. Hashtag start Richardson. So they looked better. They did. Kind of struggled at the beginning. Got me a little excited thinking that, watch what I have to say on the podcast next week after they lose. But they pulled through. And they got that win. Auburn struggled. I'll talk more about them with the matchup against LSU this week. But they struggled against Georgia Southern. Georgia Tech comes up with a big win against North Carolina. North Carolina is not looking good right now. Sam Howell needs to get it together and fast if he wants to be still regarded as a Heisman candidate. Spencer Rattler got booed this weekend. Booed by his own fans. His Heisman chances are dimming as well. And let's just hop into what's going on this week, because we got some games. We got Cincinnati and Notre Dame. I think they're 2 spots away from each other in the rankings. That's going to be a good game. I think Notre Dame comes out with it. With one reason only. Kyle Hamilton is a beast. I know he's just a safety, but oh my god, the way this guy runs a defense is incredible. Absolutely incredible, and I love it. And I think the offense is good enough with Tyree and those other receivers and Michael Mayer, the baby Gronk. The offense pulls through, and Notre Dame should take this win. Next, Auburn at LSU. Auburn struggled big. Bo Nix gets benched at the end of the game for former LSU quarterback TJ Finley. I don't know if they have announced it yet. I heard there were talks about Finley starting this game against LSU. Either way, I think LSU takes this game. I mean, they looked good last week. Max Johnson, I think, is second in college football for touchdown passes. And yeah, he is not slowing down. He has looked incredible so far, and the LSU defense has also looked good. Love seeing Flott get some action after struggling in 2020. He got a pick and a couple, I think he had a forced fumble too. So he looked good. Defense is coming together, and I think LSU does take this game upset over Auburn, and hopefully they slip into those rankings. Love to see my Tigers back in the rankings. Next, Georgia versus Arkansas. This is going to be a good one as well. Arkansas has kind of been riding its high horse a bit, Used to be this, dweller, unranked always, and now they are good. They are good. But are they as good as Georgia? No. Georgia's going to win this game. It's going to be a good one, though. I think it'll be interesting. I think they shake up JT Daniels a bit. Gets a little bit sketched for the ends, but I think Georgia pulls this game out. Ole Miss versus Bama. This is the game of the week, in my opinion. I think I mentioned it a bit last podcast, but I have a little bit of a crush on Matt Corral. I'll get more into that later in the Giants talk. A little preview on what I'm talking about there. But Matt Corral is so good. So good. They didn't play this week, they had a bye. But my God. Going against the number one team in college football, I'm getting kind of Joe Burrow feels right now from when Joe Burrow went to Bama and upset them. Corral is going to make this game close, and it's going to be a very, very fun one. I'm very excited for it. Not just because I'm a Matt Corral fanboy, but he's just the real deal in Alabama. You got your hands filled with this one. So that's going to be a very, very exciting game. So that's all for the college football talk. Now it's time for possibly one of the craziest weekends in the NFL in years. Oh my goodness, the chaos that had ensued of this week. Justin Tucker, oh my goodness, you are the greatest kicker of all time. It's a 66-yarder to win it. To win the game, ladies and gentlemen. That doesn't get much better than that. It has never been much better than that. Justin Tucker is the greatest kicker of all time. I don't know who else needs to be told that, but he is. There's nobody else that has done what he has done. The most consistent kicker ever. I know he doesn't have the accolades or the clutch kicks like Adam Vinatieri, but oh my God, this guy is awesome, and I love it so much. Next, Browns. This defense smothered Justin Fields this week. Oh my goodness, the poor guy got sacked 9 times, 4.5 sacks alone by Myles Garrett. This defense is killer. JOK has come into form. He was everywhere for that Browns team. Fields, I think you're going to be a good quarterback. This game was just not your game. Next, Bills had their way with the Washington football team. They have outscored their opponents 78-21, I believe, is what the stat that I saw. Wow. Just an incredible, insane week for the NFL, and I loved it. Let's go into the things of where I was wrong, because there was, again, absolute chaos. First, Saints win against the Patriots. I did say that the Pats would win this one. I believed in Belichick, and I didn't like how badly the Saints struggled against the Panthers. But oh my God, they came back out and they won. Love to see it. Mac Jones, I know one of the interceptions wasn't on you, but he struggled. He struggled in that game. Rookie quarterbacks are struggling heavily. Next, the Chargers upset the Chiefs. What a game! I love the balls of this Chargers team. The new coach is awesome. Herbert looked great. Mike Williams is finally turning into that form that we wanted him to see. It is an awesome time to be a Chargers fan. Finally beating the Chiefs after getting bullied by them these last couple of years. It is the Chargers' time, and wow. What a win for that Chargers team. I did have the Chiefs winning that one. They proved me wrong. There's nothing else I can say about that. Good on them, and it's exciting to see them keep playing. Next, we got Lions. Even though they did lose, they proved me wrong. I thought the Ravens were going to whoop their butts. They looked good in this game. Dan Campbell coached very well. I know he kind of messed up with leaving too much time on the clock, but my God, the fact that they were even in that position is amazing. Dan Campbell, fantastic job. Fantastic job. Lions looked good. They did. They proved me wrong. They're a good team. They are a very well-coached team. Next, Seahawks. You disappointed me this week, Seahawks. You really did. Vikings, you proved me wrong. I thought it was going to be a mediocre team against a good team in the Seahawks. I think it's flipped around. I think the Seahawks are now the worst team in their division. And Vikings, they got some cards to play now. They got a chance in this. So they did prove me wrong. So good on them. But where was I right? Oh, baby. Do I feel good? Because I called this Bengal upset over the Steelers, and I also called the 2 touchdowns for Jamar Chase. Oh my God. Steelers, you guys suck. You guys are bad. You're a burning pile of garbage. Your team is bad. They are overrated if you think this team is good. Don't think anybody else is anymore, but my God, this team is horrible. Big Ben is garbage. Defense is mediocre. I know you didn't have TJ Watt. I don't care. Your secondary is horrible besides Fitzpatrick. It's not your time anymore, Steelers. Your offense sucks. Your O-line sucks. Your receivers suck. It is over for you guys. Season is over. You guys are the worst team in your division. Bengals are better than you. Browns are better than you. The Ravens are better than you. Steelers, it is over. This season is not yours. Najee Harris got targeted 19 times. 19. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Just disappointing team. And honestly, I love to see it because Steelers fans talk so much trash, and I'm going to let you hear it back. So, Steelers, they get bullied in that game. They lose. Love that pick of mine. Next up, Rams win against the Bucks. Told you, I love Stafford. I really, really do. Nothing against Brady and the Bucks. I think they're great. But, my God, Stafford is that guy. This team looks amazing, and they are the best team in the National Football League. Simple said. Had that one right. Next, the Raiders, baby. No, not the Oakland Raiders. I'm so sorry. Oh my. I can't believe I was messing up. The Las Vegas Raiders, baby. Whew. Oh yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I am on this train. Since my Giants are absolutely horrible, I am claiming the Raiders as my team this year. Let's ride this thing into the sunset, baby. Let's go. Raiders are my team this year, and they're going to do good things. Do I think they win the Super Bowl? No, but we're going to go places, and I love to see it. Let's go, John Gruden. Let's go. Let's just bring it up. Let's just bring it up. New York Football Giants, you guys suck. You are absolutely horrible. It's done. Season is over. The season is over. This team is a disgrace to football. Absolutely horrible. And it's so frustrating because really you can't pick one thing out on why this team sucks so bad. Defense is And it wasn't the reason they lost. Offense is Daniel Jones didn't have his worst game. He had no turnovers. Like, come on. This is so bad. And there wasn't any like crazy Joe Judge decisions that were like, oh yeah, this is the reason why the Giants lost. This is just a bad football team. A bad football team, and it drives me insane. It's horrible. It is horrible. Jason Garrett, I want you gone after the season. Patrick Graham, I think I want you gone after season 2. Joe Judge, I'm mild on you right now. Dave Gettleman, get out of here. You're done. I'm done with this organization. Mara was booed during Eli's jersey retirement. He was booed, and I'm honestly glad they booed him because that's what you deserve. This team has been in a shithole the past couple of years, and it's horrible. These fans deserve better, New York deserves better, and this is horrible. You look at the New York Giants' schedule, there's a better chance that this team goes 0-17 than they win 2 or 3 games. That's how bad this team is. It is a very hard schedule, but still, horrible team. Horrible, horrible team. If you are a Giants fan and you still believe this team has a chance, what drugs are you on, and can you give them to me, please? Because you are on some different kind of high if you think this team is remotely decent. This team is horrible. And I am picking them to lose every single game for the rest of the season. You lost against the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, who have been crapped around the past couple of years. Horrible defense, and you score 14 points. Horrible offense, and you let up 17 points. This team is done. It is over. It is Matt Corral season. We are tanking for Matt Corral. I want this guy, and because I like I said, I have a crush on this guy. He is one of my favorite quarterbacks to ever watch, and I love him. And I hope to God the Giants pick him because this guy is amazing. The guy's arm is like a cannon. It is amazing, and I think the Giants, they draft him, and then they have 2 first-round picks this year. Then they draft O-line. Then they draft O-line. Then they draft O-line. Then they draft O-line, and then they continue to draft O-line until we have too much goddamn offensive linemen. Because I'm tired of seeing just horrible pass blocking and run blocking for Saquon Barkley. I think really this team just needs to suck this year, and they just need to hold on to their key guys. You don't trade away Kenny, you don't trade away Tony, you don't get rid of Shepard, you don't get rid of Slayton, you don't get rid of Barkley. You keep those key guys because those are weapons that if you give Matt Corral, this team actually has a chance with a decent offensive line next year. But I'm done with this team for the season. I am a Raiders fan for the rest of the season. I'm speechless. It is ridiculous the pain and agony this team has brought me through these last couple of years. I hate it, and I am done talking about it. Let's get into the predictions this week because I got some good ones, and I love it. Let's go Jags, Bengals, Bengals W. Am I saying Jamar Chase gets another touchdown? Damn right Jamar Chase is getting another touchdown. He's a touchdown machine, and he's a money-making machine. I love this guy. Jamar Chase gets another touchdown, and a Bengals win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next, Giants, Saints. Do I even need to say anything after the last rant I've had about the past 5 minutes? The Saints are blowing the roof off the New York Giants. Start Jameis Winston in your fantasy leagues because he's going to have a performance like week 1. Next, Washington versus the Falcons. Washington football team, they struggled bad against the Bills, but the Bills are just a fantastic team. Washington football team wins this game against the Falcons. Falcons, you guys still suck. I don't care that you beat us. You beat the New York Giants. Congratulations. Do you want a medal? You're losing against the Washington football team. Next up, we got Texans versus the Bills. Bills whoop the Washington football team. They're going to whoop the Texans. Next, we got Lions, Bears. Talk about how much I like the Lions. Well-coached team. I think they win this one. Lions are going to beat the Bears. Justin Fields, I think you're going to be good, but I don't think it's the Bears' year this year. Horrible offensive line. Am I saying that because the Giants have the Bears' first-round pick this year? Absolutely. Bears, I hope you lose every single game for the rest of the season. Lions take this win. Next, Panthers, Cowboys. Panthers are hot. Cowboys are kind of hot. Not really, though, because they're the Cowboys. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Colts versus Miami. Colts are 0-3 right now. I think they get their first win against the mediocre Miami Dolphins. I think they end this little winless streak, this little winless rut that they're in right now for the Colts. And I think they take this one against the Dolphins. Next, we got Browns, Vikings. Browns, they're hot. Their defense is even hotter, and they're going to beat the Vikings. I know they got that win over the mediocre Seahawks. Vikings, you're not winning this game. Browns over Vikings. Browns dub. Next, Titans, Jets. Oh my goodness, Derrick Henry. Fantasy owners, they're throwing parties right now because Derrick Henry is going to eat this team alive. Titans over the Jets. Give me that dub. Next, Kansas City versus Philadelphia. It's a Kansas City win. What is Philly going to do? What is Philly going to do? I know that there's no way Kansas City loses 3 straight. No way. If they do, you can shoot me in the face next week. If the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs right now, you can shoot me next week. I wouldn't blame you. Next, let's move on. Cardinals versus the Rams. Rams are the best team in the National Football League. Does the Cardinals have a chance? No. Rams are going to win this game. Matthew Stafford's going to continue to be awesome. So is Cooper Kupp. Let's go, baby. Next, Hawks. The Seahawks. Team 12, if you will, against the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers looked good against the Green Bay Packers, and I think they are going to win this game against the Seahawks because I think the Seahawks are the worst team in that division. Next up, we got Ravens, Broncos. 2 very good teams. Broncos have the better record. Are they winning this game, though? No, Ravens are. Ravens are the better team. I know they struggled against the Lions, but no, come on, man. It's Harbaugh. Are you kidding me? You think he's going to let... No. Ravens win this one. It's going to be a good game, though. Don't get me wrong. But you also got to think that the Broncos, teams they've gone against this year, the wins they have gone, have been against teams that are all 0-3. Their combined record is 0-9. So, do I think the Broncos are still decent? Yes, but they are not incredible like these other undefeated teams. Next, Steelers versus the Packers. Steelers, you're losing, okay? Aaron Rodgers is going to win this game. Green Bay wins. Steelers suck, okay? Next, Bucks, Pats, game of the week. Not really, though, because it's just going to be Tom Brady slaughtering his former homeland. There's no way Tom Brady, who lost the game the week before and goes to Foxborough, the team that he left, the place that he called home, you think he's going to lose this game? Absolutely not. It's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. He's going to win this game. There's no way. Since Tom Brady left this team, he has had this date circled on his calendar ever since, and he is ready, and he's going to wipe the floor with the Patriots. Give me that Bucks W against the Pats. Next, my Las Vegas Raiders, baby. The Las Vegas Raiders are going to beat the Los Angeles Chargers. And, yeah, they're going to stay hot. We are on this Las Vegas Raiders train, and we're riding it into the sunset, baby. Let's go, Vegas. Raiders are going to win this one. What a chaotic week. What a chaotic upcoming week. Lots of ups and downs, but nothing more down than the way my fantasy football teams performed this week. My God. I am in 4 leagues, and I went 2-2. Those 2 wins that I had were, like, borderline. It was bad. But, you know, fantasy football is a mess. It always is. It's chaos, and it's the most mentally killing thing ever, possibly. But it's just a mess. A couple of the waiver ads that people have been going for. Chuba Hubbard, of course, I already got him because I had McCaffrey in a couple of my leagues. One of my leagues, I have like 4 people on the IR, so that's just great. But Chuba, he's getting picked up a bunch. I saw a video today that people wanted to get Evan Ingram. Yeah, go do that, self. Go dig yourself in a hole. Evan Ingram, okay, go do that, bud. Watch what happens. Cooper Kupp is the greatest football receiver ever, maybe. Another 2 touchdowns this week. He's amazing. He's carrying me in most of my leagues, and I love him so much. That being said, Robert Woods is being put in the shadows right now by Cooper Kupp. I feel bad for you, man. I really, really do. I'm really hoping Stafford decides soon that he's going to give you some touchdowns, some tutties. I really hope, because I have you in one of my leagues, and I need you. So Robert Woods fans and Robert Wood owners, hold on tight. We're in for a rough one, but we got this. It's going to be fine. It's fantasy football. What possibly could go wrong? You know? But, I've just been seeing so many fantasy football TikToks. Oh, this is what you need to pick up. This is you need to get on your waiver wire. You need to trade away this player. You need to trade for this player right now. Dude, it's useless, man. It's fantasy football. Do you know how the way football gods work? Like, do you know how that stuff works? Like, there's a reason not everybody's an NFL analyst. Because football is absolutely crazy, and you cannot predict it, even with the craziest analytics. The trading for a player is not going to change your league. Seriously, fantasy football is crossing your fingers, praying to God that you just win week to week. It's pointless. Fantasy football advice is pointless. The only fantasy football good advice is when a player is just now starting and he's trying to draft a kicker in the first round. That's the only time you're like, maybe you don't do that, because you get it. it's fantasy football. What are you going to do about it? It is crazy. And I really think it's going to take some years off my life. But that being said, that's all the stuff I have down for this week in sports. More and more sports are coming around the corner. NBA is coming around soon. I got the Knicks hoodie on. Very ready for this this upcoming season. I'm excited for the Knicks. We got a healthy Mitchell Robinson back. We get Kemba Walker. It's exciting, and hopefully I have a New York team that isn't going to absolutely kill my hopes and dreams, unlike the Giants and the New York Mets. Well, it's been another week, another podcast, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys again next week, week 3 of the Taylor's Cold Takes podcast. I'll see you guys there next time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Peace.